I've never wanted to leave my house so badly. Never in my life. Never before. Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa and I am back after a week break. I took a break last week because it was my spring break and I just wanted to do nothing for a week. It was lovely. And I turned 21, so I am now 21 years old. Even though I still look like I'm 15. Today I wanted to do something to challenge myself. I feel like I haven't been doing a lot of challenging things. I've barely even been putting on makeup since this whole quarantine thing started. And I've been wanting to recreate makeup artist looks for a while now, so I went on the internet, as one does, and looked for a lot of looks that I wanted to recreate, and this specific one popped out at me. This is a Nikki Makeup look. If you don't know who Nikki Makeup is, what are you doing with your life? She is incredible. She's an amazing makeup artist. She does celebrities, models. She does a little bit of everything, you know? She is amazing. And she came up with this beautiful, are you gonna be able to tell? It's like a beautiful pink look that I just thought would be perfect for spring and summer, even though we're probably not gonna go anywhere, but still. And it's so pretty, and I wanted to recreate it because it's kind of challenging, colorful, but at the same time I feel like I could do it. So I know I'm not gonna look like this girl, but only you can wish, right? A girl can dream. Pray for me, wish me luck. I don't know how this is gonna go. Fingers crossed that I do something similar, at least. Fair warning, I'm gonna be using products like randomly from what I have in my collection. I'm just gonna use like one palette or one specific set of things. So if you want to recreate this look too, just grab things that you own. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same as me. So from what I can see here, she has this beautiful, it's like a wash of color all over the lid, and it's pink. It's kind of neon. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to start with this Kryolan Super Color Grease Makeup. It looks like this, and it's literally just paint, kinda. And I'm just gonna apply this all over my lid. I'm gonna start with a little bit because this is grease paint, so, you know, I don't wanna do it a bunch, just enough so that I have a fun base. I'm concentrating most of the color on the lid because from what I can see, she doesn't really have the color super far up. Also doing a bit on the lower lash line. So now we have a fun base. It's obviously not perfect and I look crazy right now. It's tricky because from what I can see, it's kind of like a pastel-y color, but it's neon. It isn't like peachy. So this is kind of like a good base to start with, but I need to amp it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay Electric palette, Throwback, and I'm gonna be grabbing this shade it's called Savage, and it's super neon. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this and see if it's a good match. And if it isn't, we'll try something else. And I'm just applying this everywhere, like all over. I'm really bringing the shadow down on the lower lash line because from what I can see, it's really like down, and also it is a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade that I'm using all over my lids and then go in with something that's a lot darker. She also, like, the color is brought completely into like her inner corner, so I'm just gonna boop it in there as well. Let's boop it. Just a little. She has kind of like a little bit of crease work going on. I'm not sure completely, but it looks like she does. So what I'm going to do right now is bust out my Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. This was limited edition from 1,000 years ago, so, you know, just use whatever you have. I'm just gonna go into this color. I don't know if this color or this color, like a mix of these two colors. I'm gonna mix them and just apply a tiny bit on the crease just to add slight definition because that's what she had. And I'm also adding that mixture to the lower lash line to make it darker because the lower lash line is definitely darker. Adding a little bit of this to my crease. This look is definitely more pastel on the top, so I'm gonna go into this Too Faced Natural Matte palette. I told you I was gonna go all over. And I'm gonna use this classic shade, which is pink, and I'm gonna use a big brush just to apply this on, like, kind of messily, actually, on my top. That definitely made it more pastel. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it made it more pastel. and a little bit messy, I'm not gonna lie. I can definitely tell she has liner on because she obviously has lashes. I'm not gonna be applying any lashes because you guys know me. Lashes and I don't really mix. So what I'm going to be doing is just doing some liner on the top lashes and on my tight line just to make my lashes look super thick, and then I'm gonna go in with a shit ton of mascara. So for the liner, nothing fancy, no wing. I'm going in with the Glossier Pro Tip, which is my favorite, and I'm just going to do a simple line as close to the lash line as possible. After doing that, I want to smoke it out a little bit because I don't want it to look super defined. I don't want the line to just look like a line. So I'm going to go in with an angled brush, and with a black shadow, I'm just using the black from the Mi Vida Loca palette, which is this one right here. It's just a black. Use any black. Or if you have any like cold liners or, you know, smudgy liners, you can use that instead. Just smudge. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm also going to add a little bit of this black to the lower lash line, like really just close to the lashes to make them look thicker. And to enhance the lashes even more, I'm gonna be going in with a black liner and just lining my tight line. This is the Too Faced Perfect Eyes waterproof liner. Have this for 75 years. You can use whatever you have in your collection. After tightlining all the way through and having my eyeballs suffer, I'm going to go in with a Kiko Lasting Precision Automatic Eyeliner in shade number 3. Kind of looks like she does have pink, but only on like the outer corners, not the inside. So, okay, let's do only on like the outer half of my waterline. This look obviously, you know, needs lashes, but I don't want to do lashes. So we're just gonna DIY it with mascara. We're gonna apply a lot of mascara, but I'm gonna start with the lower lashes. I am using the Pixi by Petra Lash Lift 188 because it has this tiny little like mascara comb that is perfect for building up. So I'm just gonna, you know, take my time and coat these lashes. And while my first layer of mascara dries on my lower lashes, I'm going to go in with the Lancome Monsieur Big on the upper lashes and start coating. After I've applied what feels like infinite layers of mascara on, then the eyes are complete. I might go back and just fine-tune some things when I have the rest of my face on. Let's all not worry and move on to the face. When I'm done with my base, I'll do my brows. So as always, the face is just very fresh and very perfect. Like model-like skin. I have a lot of breakouts right now, but I still want to keep it fresh and lightweight. I don't want to go super heavy. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna conceal the super heavy eye bags that I have on, because pink is a color that can make you look sick, and if you have really dark circles, that can sometimes enhance the sick look. So I'm gonna go in with the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector before my foundation. For foundation, I'm using the Bite Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. Are we even surprised? No, we're not, because this is the best foundation ever. It's looking a little dark for me now that I'm not as tan because the sun has left. Let's ignore that, okay? Let's just pretend that it's my shade. Instead of piling the foundation on, I'm gonna go in with concealer and conceal all my blemishes and of course my dark circles. I'm using the Born This Way by Too Faced in the shade Almond. This is my favorite, and I'm just gonna be using it with a brush. Nikki always like applies all her products with tiny brushes. I don't know how she does that, but let's give it a try. After concealer, I'm going to move on to the cheek products. Now, she doesn't really look like she has a lot of bronzer or highlight. Like, her skin's dewy, obviously, but it doesn't look like she has a lot of highlighter. It's just mainly concentrated on the blush. But I don't have a model's face or that structure, so I want to add a little bit of structure with my good trusty Armani Beauty A Contour. This is just going to look really natural, almost unnoticeable. So I'm just going to go in with this and just apply a little bit to the cheekbones, even though you can't really tell if she has contour or not. Okay, and once we're done with that, I'm gonna move on to blush. Her blush looks very like similar to what she has on her eyes. So what I'm gonna do initially, and very sparingly, is apply the Kryolan Super Color. I never told you which shade it was. It's R21. And I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit of this. I know it looks very purpley when you compare it to my eye, but it is a little bit pinkier. So I'm just gonna really sheer this out. It's not perfectly placed, but it's kind of like where the sun hits you. So I'm gonna attempt to do that right now. This is just gonna be a base, so don't worry if it isn't super pigmented. Of course, the nose, you can't forget the nose. That's it for like creams right now. I'm gonna go set a little because I definitely need to set. I know she's super dewy. We're adding the dew later, but I have oilier skin, so I really need to set. And I'm using the Ohai glass powder because this doesn't make me look very matte. So now I'm gonna move on to the freckles. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed with freckles, and I don't have any freckles naturally. I'm gonna do the freckles. She has freckles like all over the area where she does the blush. So I'm using the Urban Decay Brow Blade, the ink stain side, and I'm just gonna, you know, freckle away. Okay, so the freckles aren't perfect, but they're there. And now, to make them look a little bit more natural and not like I literally just put them on my face, I'm gonna go in with some more blush. This is a little bit more subtle. This is the Too Faced Love Flush Love Hangover, and it's pinkier. It's like the pinkest blush I have. I know it's still a little peach. I'm just gonna apply this to wherever I applied the grease paint. A little bit. I'm gonna start with a little bit and then see how much more I need, because you can definitely tell that she's wearing blush in the picture, but it's not overwhelming. Okay, so blush is on. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of the dew with this e.l.f. dewy stick. This is a highlighting stick, and this is literally just like grease. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of this to the back of my hand and then re-adding it where I feel like I need some dewiness. Now that is done, the face is complete. I just have to do my brows and my lips. I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just for an initial set. Now I'm gonna go into my brows. I'm using the Glossier Brow Flick in brown and also the 24-Hour Brow Setter by Benefit. Her brows are always super, they're very laminated all the time. I don't know how well it's gonna go for my brows. Oh my god, what the hell is that? My brows are really bushy, so it's kind of hard to laminate them, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm just gonna slightly fill them in because she doesn't even like fill them in all the way. And then I'm gonna go in with the brow gel to hopefully flatten my brows. Cool, my brows have never been this pushed up before. Wow, I like it. For lips, it's literally the simplest thing. I think she just defined the lips a little and added some gloss, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna define with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Endless Cacao, just to, you know, add a little bit of contour to my lips, and then I'm gonna go in with a gloss. For the gloss, I'm using the Tower 28 Beauty Shine On Lip Jelly in Chill. I'm not gonna be applying a ton because it's only like a hint of gloss. It's not like super glossy. Let's bring you close up and personal to see the look. I am really enjoying it. Oh my god. The eyes aren't completely like exactly the same. Hers are a lot more pastel than mine, but that's fine. I don't mind it at all. I love the cheeks. Of course, I love the freckles. I love looking dewy. Love my brows looking like this. I never tried to just push them up and leaving them up. I always kind of groom them. I kind of like them ungroomed. Overall, I love this look. And I think I didn't do so badly. I mean, it's definitely not Nikki's vision, but it kind of looks like it, right? Okay, you guys, and that's a wrap on this look. I am not sure how this will look while editing, but I mean, in the mirror, it doesn't look that bad. Kind of looks similar. I'm not sure. You tell me, how did I do? Do you think I did well? I think this is just a really fun look, perfect for spring and summer if you've been wanting to bust out some more color into your collection. I think just doing a wash of color, this is kind of exaggerated, but you know what I mean. Doing like a wash of color on your lids and kind of making it monochrome. It's really nice. It makes it beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up with my swatched out hand. But yeah, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're into super easy and real makeup content. I do that here every single week. So if you're into that, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was entertaining in these super difficult times. As always, stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and you know what? Make the most out of this time that the universe is giving you, because we don't know how much longer we have till we can go back to normal, and you know, we might as well make the best of it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye everybody. I love you. Mwah!